Good morning, everybody. As usual, it's a delight to be here, and I really do apologize for scaring everybody. That wasn't my intent at all. Today, we're going to talk about making a difference, and it's kind of a common talk, one would say. But today is going to be a little bit different. I think what happens to us as humans is we see this big picture. We see that there's 5 million dogs that haven't been rescued. And so, what can I do? There's nothing I can do. Yeah, there is. I think because we're a society where we always have to be bigger, better, work harder, make more money, have a bigger house, I think sometimes what happens when we see the world at large, we say, I can't do anything, and we become paralyzed. You know, and we forget that all these little things turn into one very big thing. And I liken it to a jigsaw puzzle. The pieces around the edge are kind of boring. You know, they're not very pretty because the picture's in the middle, but they're very important. Because once you do that, you can fill in the middle. And so that's where we are. Once we start around the edges, start with one step, one thought, one action. We don't have to do it all. I remember one time I went to the gym and I was really trying to be fit and stuff, and I finally sort of reached my goals and I was kind of excited, and the lady who owned the gym said, oh, now we can get you even better. I said, do I need to be better? I'm not doing the Olympics. And I felt really discouraged that I wasn't there yet. And I just wanted to stay where I was. I was healthy, I was fit, but we have a thing in our society that it's never enough. And today what I really want to encourage everybody to do is be who you are, where you are right now. And it doesn't matter. It's interesting, the reading that you gave today really goes along with it. And be happy where you are. And I mean, it's just like us. Apparently, animal rescuers have the highest suicide rate, extremely high suicide rate. And we have learned, because we have to if we want to be happy, that we can't focus on that. We can't focus on how many animals are out there that we can't help. We have to focus on our little family. And it's like, you know, the old saying is, you know, you may not change the world by rescuing one dog, but you change that dog's world. And you have to do that, no matter what it is, even if it's just a good thought. Because I don't know if people got this all on Facebook the other day, but it was, maybe not, I think it was through my Heal Your Life people. They've proven now, with all the fancy equipment we have, that when we focus on love and we meditate and we focus on our heart center, that the energy we're putting out is 1,000 times more than when we're not. And it's scientifically proven now. We probably already knew that anyway, but it's, so no matter what, you can make a difference. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to be anything other than what you are. You can just meditate and send that love out to the world. Because we all know the biggest gift you can give the world is peace within you. Because until we all have that, the world is not going to be as happy as it could be. This is a saying I'm going to say now from my Reiki teacher, and it's just for today I will not worry. Just for today I will not anger. And just for today I will love every living thing. And I love it because it's short and sweet. And we never know when we're going to do something tiny that affects somebody's life so amazingly. Like years ago, I got divorced, and it was back in the dark ages when you had to go to court and get grilled to and asked you all these questions. I thought, oh, it'll be no big deal. I didn't take anybody with me, went by myself. And afterwards, I was just shell-shocked. I just felt like there'd been a bomb had exploded, and it was very close to me. And I've never forgotten this. This gentleman started following me when I walked out of the restaurant. And I was kind of scared to start with because he had long hair and a beard, and I kind of wasn't used to him yet. And finally he said, lady, stop, I just want to talk to you. And he said, I've never seen anybody as unhappy as you look right now. And so he walked me to the doctor's appointment, which I was heading to. And I've never forgotten that. And that was at least 40 years ago. It was a small thing he did, but he helped me realize in that moment that I mattered, because I wasn't feeling like I mattered very much. And I just want to make sure I don't forget anything here. So, there are so many times when somebody does this one little thing that's on the edge of the jigsaw puzzle, and then other people start putting their little pieces in, because life is really a jigsaw puzzle. We are here to work together, we are here to be together, and we are here to create together. And we can do it. And we all know that. That's kind of old for us. It's like preaching to the choir. But it's really true. And another story that I just love is there was this family, this little town, and there was a gentleman who was a neurosurgeon and lived in a big city, and he had a child that had cerebral palsy. And he just was so upset because he was a neurosurgeon and he couldn't help his own child. There was nothing he could do. So we couldn't operate on him and fix it or take it out or whatever. He got very, very depressed, didn't want to go to work. It wasn't a good situation. So finally his wife tells him, why don't we move to a little town? Maybe you'll be happier. Maybe you could just kind of just be a doctor. So they moved to this little town. He gets a job. I don't remember where or what. And guess what? Everybody in the church in that little town had been praying for someone to come to help with their children that had cerebral palsy. And there happened to be a number of them in that little town. And also, there was a special thing because there was a number of them. They actually had better facilities to help his child than the big city did. My point here is, you never know when we're praying and treating for something, we might be creating someone else's dream. We never know. It was just a little thing they did, praying, asking for help, asking for the right people to come. And it is amazing. You just never know what small thing you do affects people forever and ever. So just remember, every brick, every thought, every action, every step, all of those things create what we have. And I have a poem here that I would like to read you, because we're not our career, we're not our diplomas, we're not anything that is outside of us. We are here. We are now. We are the souls. We are that spark of God. I wished upon a distant star that someday I would go afar, grow up, successful, strive, succeed, be somebody that filled a need. The years passed quickly, gone to dust, yet even then I could not trust. I strived, I studied, goals I set. I would learn to be somebody yet. The hurts they came, the pain it went, the joys filled in the little dents. Still I tried so very hard to be somebody, though battle scarred. I always settled for second best, just never passing my own test. To be somebody I could respect, I felt I had a great defect. Then one day, I saw through the rain, felt it all through the nagging pain. This was all a fantasy. I was born as somebody. Like each new life upon this earth, I too had my special worth. So I decided that fine day to pick up my life and walk away. I was a person who cared for all, as I strived to answer every call. I so wasted all those years. And then I saw clearly through my tears. If only I had known back then. You are truly somebody when you treat yourself with all the care that you felt compelled to share. For as the good book filled with wealth says, love your neighbor as yourself, then you are truly free to be that very special somebody. That gets to me. Well, that's just about wraps it up for my talk, but we're going to do a meditation. And I want you to just sit back, put your feet on the floor. Take a very deep, big breath. Just let everything go. Let any worries, any concerns, anything that can dissuade you from being within your heart, within your own heart. Focus on that little bright light, that spark of God within us. Imagine the flame, a beautiful purple flame. Imagine that that is our spirit. That is the fire that ignites everything that we do. And in doing this, know that you are at this very moment right where you are supposed to be, doing exactly what you're meant to do. And you are fine. You are perfect, whole, complete. You need nothing more. You do not need to work harder, be better. Relax and focus on that flame, knowing that you are all that you ever need to be. Imagine that peace that is beyond understanding. A peace so gentle, so perfect, that every cell of your body is relaxed. Every muscle, every limb. You are in this incredible place within yourself. You feel like you're floating. You see all the beautiful colors of the chakras. And seeing them again, you know that you have it all. You have everything you've ever needed. And knowing also that we are one. Knowing that as we are in this meditative state, we are one with all of the earth, all of the heavens. We are in that special place where time and space no longer matters. And as we continue on, give yourselves a big hug. Loving yourself. Giving that love that you give to everyone else. The compassion, the patience, all of those things that you give freely to everyone around you. Partake of them for yourself. Know that today is the first day of the rest of your life. And know that today is the day that you can commit to being your own best friend. The next time you want to criticize yourself or be angry at yourself, you will remember that you will treat yourself as you treat your friends, with love, compassion. And as you bring them joy, you will learn to bring yourself joy more and more each and every day from this day forward. And as we gently decide to come back to reality, take a deep breath. And when you are ready, open your eyes to the room and know that you are perfect, whole, and complete. One thing I did forget to mention about the should, don't should on yourself. That is one of Louise Hay's favorite, because every time you say should, you have told yourself you did something wrong. You know, you should have done this. You should have got your diploma. You should have gone earlier. You should have left earlier so you weren't late for church. And what they say is you should actually change that to could. Because could doesn't mean you're wrong. Could means that you could have done it differently, but you didn't, and next time you might. And so that's a real special one for her. That's one of her faves. And I would like today to just kind of remember my teacher, Dr. Sharon Stroud, who I studied with in Palm Springs. She passed away last week. And I know that she's up there singing with the angels. And she was a great friend of Louise Hay's, actually. Louise Hay actually stayed at her house. I was very envious. Not really. But I wish it could have been my house. But yeah, it's a beautiful day, and we have everything we need, each and every one of us. Thank you very much for your time.